Hey, Steeler fans, Steeler Nation, welcome back to the Steeler Wade Show. My name is Jake Wade, coming to you from another beautiful day here in Southwest Michigan. Earlier today, got a telephone call from my buddy Dilly, getting kind of excited. He asked me if I wanted to go to the season opener for the Cubbies, which is a minor league ball club for, obviously, the Cubs. Just down the road in South Bend. And it's really a nice ballpark. Been there a few times. You know, I think I've been there 3 times, and I think every time I've went, I've worn a Steeler jersey. Just because I like to aggravate people sometimes. Just look at me and just be aggravated. Because when I look at Cub fans, they aggravate me, just the colors and stuff like that. But I can't help it. So I just like to aggravate back a little bit. I can't imagine being a fan of that team and having to wear those colors to support them. But it just looks so, man, I'm not going with that. What I encountered and what kind of kicked me off today was a podcast that I found out there that said that there were reports of, there's a very popular podcast out there. I'd never seen it before, but after I looked it up, I realized how popular it was. Bootleg Football Podcast. And maybe some of you watch it. It looks like it's a pretty nice, very professional show. And obviously they're all professional but me. Supposedly there was this report by one of the men there called DJ Snyder, that there were conversations that have happened between the Steelers and the Bears, talking about the possibility of trading up into the ninth pick that the Bears have, and how, he thought that would be good for whatever. He agreed or something, I went and looked for it. I couldn't find it. I'm not saying it's not there, because I was frustrating myself looking for it. I don't know why. Because they don't have like articles, to where you can like back up their things, So at least this is my take. Finally, at least, I would much rather have some talk about the Steelers trading up. I know that's just super unpopular on any side, on anything, rather than constantly hearing about trading down. I'm over the trading down talk. I hope you have got to be, I don't know, it's, they've had conversations with the Bears. I have conversations with my cats on Saturday night watching boxing. I'm not, that part wasn't really so impressive to me. It was just the fact that I don't mind that talk. This whole trading back now. Okay, I understand that there is a certain power with our number 32 pick. I don't know if I'll go back to that or not. I understand that. But I like our picks exactly where they are. Okay? These are going to be good picks. You're going to get a lot of players that could be great, or you could feel really good about them. We have an excellent draft pick order this year. That's without having picks in the 5th and 6th. I still strongly believe that. I don't put tons of value on the 6th and 7th. I'm weird with the 5th round, because I don't know. Whenever I think about 5th round, I think you should get a running back like every other year. That's just some dumb shit I'm on for the last 25 years. But I like our picks, we are not desperate, you know. I just, like, it's this overly conversation out there about the word, like, needs. The Steelers have so many needs on both sides of the ball. Dude, we are not desperate by any shape. You know, yes, we have some needs out there. There are certain, there's a certain type of cornerback, slot cornerback. We need this. That is a need, you know. We need somebody on that defensive line, because it doesn't start, you know, day one. Sorry, you know, I don't know, you know, it just doesn't work like that. We need to get a high pick on our line. You know, I think I'm going to do a podcast just trying to explain to people how to pronounce that guy's name, because you know how I butcher these people's names and I only say their first name if I don't know, you know, like the guy from Northwestern, you know, something, you know, I'm no disrespect. I got a beginning, so I'm going to do a podcast on how to pronounce his name if we draft him. But we need a rock star there. That's a need, okay? Rather than saying everything is needs, you know, there are upgrades. We need upgrades. We are not in desperate shape. Khan in that office is, you know, some Elvis? TCB. They are taking care of business. Like, amazing. It appears to be. We haven't played a game yet, but it sure does seem like when all these moves are slight increases, you know, these are upgrades. And if I'm not necessarily talking about the position, maybe I'll talk about the room. Like, instead of saying, you know, the linebacker, we need a linebacker, you know. We need maybe a quality upgrade. They've already taken care of it, and it looks like they did a really good job on the two linebackers that we have in there. Now, of course, there's going to be limitations and things could not work out perfectly or whatever, but they've got that handled. We're looking for an upgrade. Like, to me, the draft is so special because it's you're not, you know, people don't start right off the bat when they're a rookie, you know, and it's all in preparation, and some of them will, obviously. We get a cornerback in the first round, you expect him to start, kind of, you know. I would imagine, okay. That's a little bit different than defensive line. You know, look how much we haven't seen much of Leal, you know. Doesn't mean he's played bad. It's just the way it goes, you know. Even more so with the line. When people talk about readiness on the offensive line, that takes even longer. You know, so many people will be hating on Dan Moore. I know that I say this, talk about too much. Just stop hating on Dan Moore. If we're going to get a tackle, it's going to be an upgrade in our tackle position. You know? Dan Moore has, like, started more games in his first 2 years than anybody else that I know of. Maybe Pouncey, but, you know, everybody else fell away of all of them, you know? And so start judging now. Because most, you know, linebacker, okay, I'm not going to go off on that. If we go after a tackle, it is an upgrade at that position, okay? Or it is a quality depth piece at that position. This is how I believe, how I feel, you know? So you either have a need, you have an upgrade, or you have a depth piece. You know, and that's the draft. I mean, That's just me talking. I'm not backing any of this up, but that's just kind of a basic way of looking at these picks and things, you know. So when they're talking about like these, the big thing is, like when they're talking about trading down, I don't see so many needs. You know, like I don't need to draft 8 players every year. You know, I don't need to draft 7 players every year. I don't have to draft 6 players every year. And I'm not talking off the board. I'm not talking about, you know, undrafted rookies. But you know, I would rather have 2 amazing picks and another one that I felt pretty good about than having 5 picks that I felt pretty good about. Felt real good about. You know? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having those 5 picks that you feel really good about. But so much of this conversation with trading back, we need something in the 5th. We need to take advantage of the quality in the 4th round and things like that. Look, man, if we don't hit it in the draft, Omar's going to take care of it. He'll take care of it. I'm not worried, you know. And like sometimes these fans, it's just so easy just to agree with everybody else. And that's definitely what this show is not about. And I'm not to this to anybody, you know. I'm just saying that, man, don't be, you know, it can't, I don't know, this repeating of what should or what people, I don't know. When they're talking about, they want all these extra draft picks and stuff, you know, it's like kids, you know, like kids at Christmas time, like they want a whole, I just want more presents. I want more presents, you know, and I get that, man. Okay, that's cool, you know, but, you know, I'd much rather have one of those special Christmases. One of those ones you remember for the rest of your life. You know? I want to have a Death Star toy with action figures and a Millennium Falcon. And when you push the button, a little red light comes on. That's the kind of draft Christmas I want to have. You know? I want to have the year you get a really nice remote control car Christmas. You know? I don't remember any of the other stuff that I got that year. You know? I got a pair of $155 pair of Doc Marten boots for my Christmas gift. That was my gift, my big gift. I want the Doc Marten boots Christmas. You know? And it's the way I feel about it. This is how I feel about it. Look, if Mom and Dad see me, and man, they can see something in me, you know. That kid he really likes, I want that bike Christmas. Now, I'm not saying the bike Christmas is this year, you know. But doggone it, if it comes to a point where Mom and Dad have to go maybe to Grandma and say, you know, we can get him a bike, but he sure would like to have a Haro, you know, or a GT, you know. Maybe the parents go and ask, they borrow a little bit of money from Grandma so we can make this Christmas extra special. The bike Christmas, because now he's coming into himself, the boy or the girl, you know, coming into themselves as being, you know, that shy of 13 years old where and this is a perfect opportunity to have a great bike. I don't mean to be ranting on about this, because I feel like I'm not angry about it. It's just, if our parents or whatever, if they can figure out a way to get us something really nice, let them do it. Because if they fail, and when I mean fail as far as maybe they bought you a pair of blue sneakers and they were supposed to be red, they can fix it. They can absolutely fix it. The draft presents an opportunity for teams to get something special, special. And I am perfectly fine with that, If, let's just say, if they were going to trade with the Bears. Now the Bears are at 9. Okay, I'm just talking on my rear end. They're at 9. Okay, now the Steelers may see something that we don't even see, or it may be, I'd do some terrible things to get Jalen Carter. Terrible things. I do wonderful things. All the terrible things would have lace around them and bows and just, I would definitely borrow to get somebody special like that. Maybe there's I haven't been trying very hard to not fall in love with players, but I do. That's something that I've got to not do so much, especially, obviously, when I'm talking about these draft picks. Because then, I can feel it. Because there's certain ones out there that, boy, I just really want them, And, I don't know, it's, man. We're going to have a great, draft, At our pick numbers, we can pick, really nice players. And I already know that with our scouting department, they're going to even be better than really nice. Where we are. Okay. I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. Say if they did go with 9, okay? Only things I would kind of see would be like if they did want to upgrade the, say, tackle position, or if somebody like Jalen Carter came through, okay? When I was talking about not falling in love with people, it's because, yes, man, I really want to have Joey Porter. I want all that romance of the storyline and everything. I do, and I hope we do get him. I want us to get him, But 1, that might not happen. But 2, man, they know more than me, And Joey Porter definitely fits a need, for sure. He does. No doubt about it. That's why it makes such common sense. First things last, I don't give that much value to common sense. I think it's deceiving rather than whatever. I'm not going to get into that on this show, but maybe they would, maybe they really like Devin Witherspoon. Maybe they like the Gonzalez, Maybe they're going to put everybody on their head and get Peter Skronsky, for at center, if they see something special, I'm good. I'm good with it, I don't mind, losing a couple other draft picks, or losing 2 draft picks and then maybe another one next year if they feel good about it. Sometimes it takes money to make money. Sometimes you gotta, you start a business. Sometimes you have to borrow, some money to get the business started, you know? And I just think that we have just such a great opportunity this year. And I hope you're excited. And I hope I didn't come across weird, because I'm happy and I'm very excited. It's I catch myself, and maybe you catch yourself too, like falling in, not like I've fallen into crowds, but sometimes it's real easy to fall in, like, to liking what everybody else likes. I used to have my own business, and I sold mattresses is what I did at a mattress store. But you know, one part about sales is you have to convince, you know, this person that this thing that they're wanting to buy is a popular thing, and or give examples of how somebody else just bought it and they really liked it, or I just had sold 2 of these, you know, yeah, they're popular, you know. It's a natural reaction, and I get caught up with that myself, as far as like, oh well, so many people think this way, it must be, you know, probably a pretty good way of thinking. It's not always, and usually it's a trap, I believe. I think it's a trap to keep your mind closed. And so I am entering this draft with a wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, big grin, open mind, ready to see the next Pittsburgh Steelers that are going to be banging that black and gold, baby. And I just want to say thanks again for joining me here on the Steeler Wade Show. I have a feeling that we are going to be moving locations here soon. And if you're along for the ride, there'll be little upgrades here and there. And just want to, again, say thank you for joining me. If you like what you heard or don't like it, and you have something against yourself, you know what to do. Press that like button. You want to hear what I'm never going to say on this one? I am never going to say smash that like button. You're not going to hear that. You know why? Because you heard it 32 other times when you've heard. So just press it. Just give a little press, a little pressy poo right there on that old like button. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to hear some more, give a little tippity tap, tap, tap on that subscribe. Give me any kind of comments, any kind of questions. You know, if you're out there in social media, I would appreciate if you had an opportunity to share this or retweet it, anything like that. I thank you. You know, have a great day, and go Steelers.